everyone, it's Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess and Doll Collector, and this video is in response to another doll collector YouTuber, the Pullip Doll Club, and you guys definitely need to go over and subscribe to her channel. I will put a link to the video that she posted recently where she shows a Blythe doll. It's her first Blythe doll. She purchased a UFO a Go-Go, and in the video as she's showing her new doll, she asks a question to the rest of us out here in YouTube land, and that is, why would you collect Blythe dolls more so than Pullip dolls? I sort of collect them both, but definitely I'm on the Blythe camp. I'm well entrenched in the Blythe camp, and I'm kind of have like a toe in the Pullip camp. I have a video that I posted about a year ago that talks about the tangible differences between these two dolls, and so and that I think relates to some of this this question that she put out there. So I'm going to put a link to my video also in the not in the comments, but in the description below. It's like I said, it's at least a year old. I watched it the other day, and it was funny because that's back when I used to have to wear glasses, and I hadn't dyed my hair, and it was really long. So I was like, is that me? But anyway, so she got me thinking, you know, if I had to narrow down just a couple of reasons why I ended up sticking more into collecting Blythes than Pullips, you know, why would that be? And let me just say, I have 3 Pullip dolls. These 2 dolls that I have here with me, this is Fräulein. She was my very first Pullip doll, and she's gorgeous. I still adore her. Okay. So I brought her out here, and also I brought my other, this other doll is my first stock Blythe doll, Country Summer. So I thought they would be, you know, a good example about showing you why I pick one over the other. I still want to, you know, if I had all the funding in the world to buy all the dolls in the world, I would buy every doll Groove puts out, and that's the maker of Pullip, along with Dow and some other related dolls. So let's just put that out there. I love those dolls. However, I've only purchased 3 of these so far. I do have another doll coming from Groove. It's not a Pullip doll, so just that will be coming very soon, probably any day now. But as far as Blythe goes, my collection expands and retracts probably around 10 to 12 at any time at this point, and I've been collecting for just a couple of years now. So, oh, and you're going to hear thunder in the background. We've got a storm rolling in. So it wasn't a real struggle for me for a while. I kept going back and forth because these Pullip dolls are just gorgeous. I mean, you can see she has, I mean, look at this hair. I have an unboxing of her, so there's some other videos if you want to get a closer look at this doll and her stock. She's just she's gorgeous. I mean, and that's the thing, is the Pullip dolls are known for their elaborate stock, their amazing hair. They have the articulated bodies that, you know, these dolls don't have. The stock dolls of these, anyway, the stock Blythe don't have. So, but that's kind of my issue with them too. Is she rarely comes out to visit. She is encased in my curio cabinet with her hat on her head, and rarely does she see the light of day. I mean, she does see the light of day, but in the cabinet, away from any light, really, because she's just too. I mean, something could happen to her. Her hair alone is so intense that you can barely touch it, you know, without causing damage, and I don't want to damage her. So the Pullip dolls, to me, are the type of dolls that I like to keep in their stock, and I move them around occasionally, and I look at them, I enjoy them, I like the visual aspect and the idea of having them cohesively together in my cabinet. And when I first got her, I did try to like change her clothes out and, you know, do more things with her, but the more I handled her, the more I realized I was playing with fire, that I would damage her, and if I did, I would feel really bad. And it's not like she's crazy expensive, but she's not cheap, and, you know, I just don't want to, this is what I think her purpose is just to be beautiful and don't touch her too much. Now the Blythe dolls, they can be handled. Their bodies are much more tough, and if so, for me, because I want to do stuff with them, like for example, you can see I have a couple back here in this room. I don't have to keep them in my curio all the time and worry about something happening to them. And I have, you know, cats and dogs. Occasionally I have to watch it because a cat will come by and want to chomp on a dolly hand or something. But they're not too bad. But and definitely the dogs, you stay way away from the dogs. But I don't have to worry about messing her hair up too much. Their hair is rarely nothing like this. I mean, this is her hair. Okay, and yeah, like, so here I have a little barrette in here, and that's going to make a dent if I take this out. You know, there's going to be a dent here, but I can just wash her hair. I can just wet it, and I don't have to worry about it. You know, so they are more for me because I want to make, you know, I do crafts with them. They do some photography sometime. I like to move them around in the cabinet and create like little scenarios, you know. I aspire to doing dioramas someday, and that is something that for me, I feel more comfortable doing with a doll like this versus a doll like this. Now, I will say there's some people who are hands-on pull-up. They have pull-ups. I see them take them outside, take pictures. And so as I was saying, there are some pull-ups that aren't quite as elaborate as this doll is. For example, Merle, which I have, she has a much simpler hairdo and everything, but she's still, you know, articulated. She still could easily break. But so there's people out there who are not afraid to play, you know, with their pull-up dolls and change out their clothes and move them around and take them places and that kind of thing. I am not one of those people. And so early on, I realized when I was coming back to the hobby after a hiatus of quite a few years, that of these two dolls, I feel more comfortable messing around with the Blythe. The other reason, there's really two, is that as far as my collection goes, one of the things that I like about the Blythe doll over the Pullip, to me, there seems to be more variety. And some of this has to do with the fact is that you have the whole fakey, you know, the fakey dolls out there, like this doll back here. Okay, so so you're gonna find tan dolls like this. I mean, this girl is tan. Okay, so she's like, woo, she's dropping earrings there. So she's like, you know, very different. All right, so you have dolls that have like UF Go has blue hair. I mean, so to me, because of just the variety that you have available with the Blythe dolls, I find that more appealing as a collector because I kind of want to have one of everything. I want to have a doll with, you know, super blonde hair that's tan, and I want to have a pale doll with kind of a, you know, honey colored hair. In fact, her name's Amber because of her hair color is amber looking. I have a doll with black hair. I have one that's got the crazy, you know, my doll Dixie. She's my only. In fact, I'll put a picture in here if I think about it. If I remember to. I mean, I've done videos of all these dolls. She's got crazy curly hair, and she's a customized doll. So with the Blythe dolls, I kind of have this idea where I want to have a collection that has a representation of many different types of dolls. Whereas with the Pullips, for whatever reason, I feel more inclined to have dolls that go together. So, for example, I have her in a case with Merle and also Romantic Alice, who to me, they tend to have this sort of similar 19th century sort of, you know, look to them, feel to them. And so if I get any other dolls, I want them to fit in with these dolls, whereas with the Blythe dolls, it's kind of the opposite. I want dolls that are different, that are, you know, it's nice to have a couple that are the same, like I have Cherry Beach Sunset over there, and then this fakey doll over here, so they kind of work together really well. But like I said, I like to have, you know, a different types of dolls, so that's another reason why I gravitate to the Blythe camp. But anyway, I think that's actually kind of a cool question, so I'm going to put that out there for other doll YouTubers, and I'd also like to hear from people in the comments as well. You know, even if you're not a YouTuber, of course, you don't have to do a video to answer this question. You can just add it in the comments. Why do you find one doll over another that kind of draws you into collecting more so? Even if it's not Blythe versus Pullip, you know, are you a BJD person, a Barbie person? I mean, there are other dolls that, you know, there's a reason why you kind of focus on that versus, you know, other dolls. But also, the two dolls here. Which camp are you in? Are you in the groove with Pullip? Or are you over at Takara? Are you in the Takara tent over here with the Blythe dolls? Yeah, so let me know. Thanks for stopping by. As usual, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Have a wonderful dolly day. Bye-bye.